What up YouTube, it's your boy Sleep back with another video, and today we're reacting to Spenser can't stop ruining her own career. I had seen them still going at it on live last night. I did tune into Rod, I didn't tune into Zoe. There was a lot of telephone in the chat about what she had going on, saying what she was saying on her stream. I ain't really tuned in, but what I found out during Rod's stream about one of her claims is kind of like, damn, this nigga got the receipts and he got the gotcha. So we're gonna get into that, but before we do, like the video, hype the video, sub up. I know you see the new angle. You fucking with it, let me know. Let's see what this video hitting for. Let go.
On this channel, we are all about the redemption arc. We love to see somebody go down a path where they are doing all these sorts of messed up things, get the criticism from the online community, and then change their whole identity around. That's why when I saw Zoe Spenser crying on camera the other day, I really felt for her. I was ready to open up my heart.
I feel like I climb, and then I fall. And like, nigga, I gotta put my back, my feet, my neck, my eyes, and everything into it. God, I really just don't know if I want to like I don't know if I want to continue.
Just as I was writing up a script to talk about why.
Now, I didn't see this part, but my thing is, she's comparing what everybody's doing. Matter of fact, she compared this moment to Max's moment, saying that they was backing Max, but yet there was clowning her. There's a difference between your situation and Max's situation. You was in the wrong. Max is minding his business. There's two different, you know what I'm saying? You had multiple occasions where you messed up and you were annoying to niggas. You were doing a little bit too much. Max was literally, now sure, he was back-to-back hate, back-to-back criticisms off of the stuff that he was doing, like wigs, the diva tattoo. Okay, cool. But for somebody to talk down on you, say your parents don't respect you, you need to be washed down with holy water, you're a demon, it's a little bit much. You know what I'm saying? Is there truth to what O'Shea was saying? I said O'Shea. OJ was saying, yes, but that could have been handled off camera. You know what I'm saying? Comparison to what Bandadon did. Hey, you had a lot of stuff going on. You the last one to talk. And just left it at that. But to do the whole 3 to 5 minutes just back, like, yeah.
We as a community should maybe give Zoe.
Also, before I start, you compare yourself to Tylil. Oh, Tylil gets to do things. Oh, when the guys do stuff, it's cool, but I get canceled, but the guys doing the same thing. You're getting called out for being masculine. You're comparing actions of a man to you doing things that are masculine, aggressive, biting people. Tylil been catching flack this whole time. All right, we're just gonna get it. My bad. I just had to let that out.
Understanding all of the things that she's done in the past. 2 clips came across my timeline that made me do select all, delete, and rewrite the whole thing because it seems as though he hasn't learned anything.
Do y'all notice that everything that y'all complain about me that I do, all the motherfuckers do it? If y'all
Who's out here buying stuff? Tylil? Okay, cool. Tylil gets chewed out every single time. I always see a LARPer video. He's doing too much. He's the new Mr. Do Too Much, not Silky no more. So I said the LARPer doing too much. Mr. Main character, you know what I'm saying? Everything. He catches flack. Who else? Because everybody else been getting think pieces and drama videos. So who's not? You feel what I'm saying? The difference is everybody's still working. You don't take that to the chin and keep moving. You cry about it. Oh, I'm being blackballed. Nobody likes me. Look at the Shay. Look at Nina. The Shay and Nina are the most cancelable. They're the most brand rich people on a streaming app right now. Besides Aiden's people. But that's another video. But yeah, so it doesn't work here.
would notice and just sit and just shut the fuck up and just look. Everybody do exactly what the fuck I be doing. Do y'all not see that? I was the only
Be specific.
up here biting. Now Talil is biting people's heads off their body.
And so while Zoe Spencer on one hand is crying about how this industry is so hard, she has to work 10 times harder, it seems as though she falls back into the same antics and situations that most likely got her into this. And for whatever reason, she continues to miss a big lesson that keeps her from being this name and face in this industry that she so desires to be in. And it's a lesson that we're gonna break down yet again for her. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Don't you just love some unemployed drama? I do. Now, back into the video.
I'm so like, oh, what's the word? I'm tired. Everybody just always thinks that everything's just all fine.
The streaming/content creation industry can be mentally taxing. It's very, very fickle. It's not very rewarding some of the times. And if you are somebody like Zoe Spencer who has saw their viewership drop from one year to the next, you can be scrambling and finding yourself in a similar situation, crying in the shower, trying to figure out what's going on. If you look at her numbers, 2025 on the left and 2026 on the right, it might spell out exactly why she is crying the way she is crying. Hell, being down around 1,000 live viewers from one year to the next would have me in the shower too. And I think the timing of it all is quite interesting. One, Kai Cenat rejoined the internet and is basically back to his old self, single before the girlfriend, not just doing that type of content, but also, you know, saying that there were situations in which he was wrong and which he grew. And then also Streaming University 2 passing by. And there's a big name who we were talking about just a year ago or two that has not been included in any of that. And that's Zoe Spencer. Mind you, this would be the second year in a row that she gets left out of the coolest party on streaming.
No, I did not get into the Streamer University. I did apply. Obviously, I'm seeing who got in. At first, I wasn't going to be upset. I feel like one of the friends like in the friend group, and that one friend.
This would make sense if not giving context to why she didn't get accepted. It's like, bro, you do things and then you hide your hand and be like, well, I don't know why people don't like me. I don't know why this is happening to me. It's the way you act, bro. It's the things you do. Like, huh? It's blowing me though.
Like, you're not coming? No.
Back then, she felt like she was left out of the cool kids circle, one that was ever so elusive to get into, but now she is on the outside looking in. And I think the worst of it all is that she doesn't feel like it's because of her content, but she feels like it's more of a personal thing. Ultimately, this will become some reoccurring feeling for Zoe Spencer. She wants acceptance from a specific group or a circle of people, but ultimately they don't want her. Being left out appears to be affecting her deeply, not just on the side of the content where she is seeing collaborations go by and the viewership dwindle, but also internally, honestly. All in all, Zoe Spencer feels blackballed from the industry. But I think that this is where things are a little bit wrong. Exclusion doesn't...
Yeah, because this right here is exactly my point, which I was going to bring. You're blackballed from the industry, but you just hosted the BET Awards, shorty. Oh my gosh, I got to fix that. So here's my thing, right? You blackballed from the industry, but you just hosted. Well, not hosted. I don't know if you hosted. Did you host it? You were just at the BET Awards. You were invited to the BET Awards, though. To the girls, because they don't see streamers as equivalent to celebrities, this would be better than Streaming University, no? But it's like, because you don't get to hang around the New York friends, Ty, Punga, Kai, and Dez, now you're blackballed. When there's plenty of other streamers that you can hang around and collab with. But the reason why nobody wants to collaborate with you is because of how you act. Now they don't want to be around that. It just is what it is, bro. Clampy act, bro. Like, we want to see you be up there, but you not really taking accountability, bro. Like, you don't be
Doesn't
at all.
automatically mean some sort of black.
And then you and your buddy over here, Lay Banks, just be throwing a whole they just hate black women thing, and it's not that, because black women are thriving right now and streaming right now. Jordan Lucas going crazy. Just yesterday, like I said in the video, she was 5K deep in the viewers. You had Amber Tyson going crazy. She was collabing with I forgot who she was collabing with, but it was another person that was in Streamy U as well. Tiana, there we go, Tiana Masera or whatever, DDG Shorty. Like, am I missing something, bro? Like, you can't say it's colorism because you're not dark. You can't say it's hate towards black women because other black women is doing their thing right now. You can't say it's hate towards women because women are going crazy right now. Oh yeah, Lovely Live or whatever, Suburb Babies Shorty, she going crazy right now too. Not as crazy, but in fact, no, because she's not buying like Suburb. But you get what I'm saying. So,
balling, and if there was
come
some
on,
sort
bro,
of real and internal reflection, she probably would come to a better conclusion than this. And you think that would come with the year's hiatus from these people, but here we are again in the big 2026, in which Zoe Spenser is looking at anybody and everybody and saying they are doing the exact same thing that she's doing, but not facing the same criticisms.
Everybody do exactly
everybody
what
is.
I be doing. Do y'all not see that? I was the only motherfucker up here biting. Now Talil is biting people's heads off their body.
I haven't seen no clip of that.
Man, it just still seems like the mark is missed. Zoe came to the internet trying to ask a simple question. She's asking, why is it that she sees content creators like Talil do the exact same things that she did, but ultimately not get the same sort of grievance or flack that she does? She's asking why viewers would enjoy it. She's saying, what specifically about him? And I'm saying him being Talil specifically because, one, she named him in the video, and then two, there was another recent video that came out where she seemingly had a interaction or run into with another streamer, Dez, while he was with streamer Talil, and she gave Talil the cold shoulder. It was kind of loud, to be honest with you.
So right here,
this interaction is understood because Talil do be moving kind of funny when it comes to Zoe. Everybody be showing out for Talil. She was always the main one to show out for Talil when Talil first started streaming in his apartment. Yes, I remember that. But yet, anytime when Zoe be having any stuff like that, you feel me? This man is nowhere in the mix, and that's a little weird. I don't know about Dez. I don't know. Punga definitely be showing love sometimes, but apparently he be going ghost too. He be doing his own little thing, but everybody got their thing going on. But this the main guy right here, because since they supposed to be tight, right? And he kind of gives her the cold shoulder. So now I understand, because I don't like that. You're not talking to me? Okay, cool. I ain't gonna talk to you either. You feel me? It is what it is. So I understand this part for sure.
I'm just so happy for you.
Yeah, look, she's tight. It sucked, don't it? Because y'all dead up had to sit down and y'all talked about everything. You said he was gonna do better, and you ain't do better. So now it looks goofy on your end, buddy. It does look crazy. You had to sit down, you had to hug it out and all that. It was still tension and stuff like that, but that was something that could have been worked out behind the scenes. And you still moving kind of like you this, I don't know, like you too busy for Zoe though, but you'll show out for Kai. You done went to all Kai events. Well, not all Kai events, but you went to the Stream U event, the auditions, and the alumni day. So come on, bro.
I missed you. How are you?
she acting like she got a problem with me. It's this content.
Yeah, I can see why she was acting that way if ultimately she had some sort of problem with him and the content that he's putting out there on social media not getting that same backlash. And to be fair to Zoe Spenser, I can even acknowledge what she's saying to be somewhat true. The internet can have double standards. Hell, everybody has double standards. And I think that popularity does affect who gives or gets grace in all of these situations. We've been existing on the internet for a long time, and we all know that, hey, just because one person does something and another person does the exact same thing or something similar doesn't mean that the reception of it is going to be the same. I know it may not seem fair on surface, but I don't even think that that's just the internet thing.
You know, it's funny that this is the mic that I was planning on getting, or that I wanted in the first place. but I got stuck with the one with only one singular color. Red is my favorite color, but I migrated to orange, so it's now both in the camera. But though I wanted the one that changes.
I think that's
I got the wrong one.
thing. But like my mama used to tell me, if the other kids jump off of a bridge, does that mean that you're gonna do it? I'm not worried about those other people that are not in my house. I'm worried about the people that are in my house. My POV, I think Zoe Spenser is just oversimplifying the backlash that she got. People don't just dislike her over cringeworthy content. I think the biting and the yelling and all that stuff is just the cherry on top. Need I remind
So what else do they?
And need I remind everybody watching about the Saeed situation where Silky's assistant was held down and inappropriately touched on by Nina Lynn and Zoe Spenser?
Like, that's not weird, bro, because like let's do the double standards, because as soon as something else happens, flip the roles, right? Say Deshae do some stuff like that. Oh, no. Matter of fact, since you want to bring up Tylil, let's bring up Tylil. When Tylil had went on Kai's stream, was doing a blind date, and he did that, Juster, like grabbed Shorty, and they did that. Everybody was calling him weird. Everybody was trying to hold that to his head. They put this clip up to this day. This happened. All the girls forgot about that. Everybody seemed to forget about that, though. That's the double standard. Yeah. So it worked both ways.
Plus the biting and the other consistent and persistent boundary pushing that she has displayed against other streamers would probably be, if I just had to guesstimate, the reason as to why a lot of people are off of Zoe Spenser.
W3, I got y'all dude. Y'all can start sucking dick now.
I bit him. For my raindrop, I am the sea. With you and God with
Nigga, don't talk to my dog like
you, nigga. I literally just got here.
Single-handedly, like, permanently banned you from SU right here. This clip. I'm sorry. This right here, on top of the whole GG comment.
And her trying to use an incident in which Tylil was having an issue with his Clover housemates, his other content creator housemates, where in the bigger picture, he was trying to teach a lesson with the context of it all. Then I don't think that that's like the right way to go about doing this. And it's actually very dismissive of the issues that people have with her. And sure, if maybe she was making a grander indictment about streaming as a whole and was talking about how I just see a bunch of streamers doing this disrespectful and disgusting stuff, and ultimately from her POV, it's not a fair treatment, but she's giving a fair warning to the people that are doing this, that their content journey could end up like hers. I think that that would have been beautiful. But the reality is that Zoe still appears to be focused on the unfair treatment as opposed to the impact of what she did. And the clearest example of her doing this boundary—
It seems like he barely gonna touch on the Rod stuff, because we want to get on the Rod stuff, bro. He basically exposed Shorty. I'm saying, we gonna get into it, man, because it's crazy.
And that had her on the hot seat in the first place is a situation where streamer Rod got involved after giving one meaningless, harmless opinion.
All he said was she's not
Zoe
as funny.
Spenser, that turned into her saying some of the most outrageous things to him, specifically about his deceased mother.
Now, in the clip, it's me in Jamaica. I'm talking to Beans, and somebody said her name, and they was like, yo, she's funnier than Reggie. I said, nah, I don't think she's funnier than Reggie. I said, she's funny, but not funnier than Reggie. I got a text today from Zoe, and this was her response to me. You are a dick rider ass nigga. 5 feet ass little ass. Not entertaining ass nigga. I can also say this to your face too, but I haven't seen you, so I'm gonna send it to you directly. I don't like you. Don't talk about me. I didn't say f her. I didn't say, yeah, I'm glad this happened to her. I didn't say none of that. I responded and said, you are mad as shit. You mad I said you funny, but you not as funny? KYS, YB. Yeah, she gonna say, oh, kill myself? Do you think you—
Yeah, see, the KYS thing was a little bit much, right? Like I said in the last vid, it's a little bit too much, gang. We don't wish death on nobody around here. Chill. But for the rest of the little, yeah,
you should be saying dark stuff
All
like
the
that.
other
Don't you
stuff,
have a date in your family?
valid.
I said, you can say whatever you want. It's not going to hurt me.
Ultimately, this was just an opinion about which streamer that somebody thinks is funnier than the other. Now, I did have to go back and try to find if there was more said, hey, maybe streamer Rod was downplaying the situation. Maybe he said more during the initial interaction engagement than he's letting us on to believe.
Zoe and Reg on the same level as far as funny?
Yes, they both do the same stuff.
Hell no.
They don't do the same stuff. They both say out of pocket things. Reggie definitely says some out of pocket stuff for sure, but Zoe Spenser does out of pocket stuff.
No. Where they are.
And maybe Zoe felt like the laughs of it all were a little bit too much, but
Reggie is not gonna burp and fart in somebody's face. He's not.
ultimately, nothing that he
Like-
said warranted her saying slurs or calling out his deceased.
Calling him a maggot with the F, like, you called it. Mind you, we was on stream yesterday. We seen what you said in your Discord about Max, calling him the B word, calling him the F word, all that, comparing it. Oh, they were crying they were all sympathizing with Max, but they was clowning me. It's a different situation, gang. Come on, bro.
I mean, you can't tell somebody how to retaliate to something that they find to be disrespectful, but we can at least have opinions on the proportionality of it all. And I would say that Zoe just went way out of bounds with this whole thing. But ultimately, that is like the life and career of Zoe Spenser, is that she is meeting these things with over-the-topness that makes people feel.
You can't tell somebody how to respond to disrespect, but there was no disrespect in that that whole statement. Oh, Zoe's funny to Reggie. Who? Zoe Spenser? Hell nah, she's not funny. She's funny, but like not funny to Reggie, which she isn't. So it's like, but if that's my opinion though, so that's disrespectful. And did that warrant that response though? Come on, bro.
Uncomfortable or not wanting to participate in doing some sort of content with her. But in his monologue, Rod brings up an extremely interesting point that challenges the first video that I opened this video with, in which Zoe Spenser was crying about this industry being so hard and her being blackballed.
Then you keep telling niggas you blackballed. How you blackballed? Because a select group of 10 niggas won't let you in their content. You went to BET Awards. You're not blackballed. You got your own shit going on. How are you blackballed? You're making money, big dog.
He's absolutely right. Zoe Spenser has this new show coming out on OWN where she's doing makeup and describing different situations.
Do you see what I'm talking about, bro? Maybe it's the fact that you want to be included with the people that you've been around. And that's the problem, is that not everybody is kind of like willing to collaborate. But that's your own doing. I'd expect people not to want to be around Cuffham, because look how he acts, look what he says, look what he does, or the people that's around him too. Prime, for example, too. Prime, the other Trey guy that be with them too. They're very controversial, King, and I wouldn't be surprised if people, you just seen Prime whip somebody in the pool just for shooting a gel blaster at him. Aggressively, like that could be assault. I ain't gonna lie. Some type of assault allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying. But it's the same thing. Like, they see how you act. You be farting, you be burping, you be biting, all that. You be yelling, you be embarrassing people, you be emasculating. It's like you doing a whole lot, and that's a whole lot to be around, gang. Just for you to try to seem funny. Like, you might want to figure something out to where it works, because this isn't.
She's been to the BET Awards. She's had a bunch of different collabs. I think she's
Bad
been
as
in
hell, but you just a badass kid. Like,
short
literally.
films, but ultimately
Literally
she
bad
still
as hell.
has this yearning to be a part of an industry
She
that
bad,
just doesn't
but
like
she's
her.
bad.
And not even necessarily an industry as a whole, but a subsection of the internet that just doesn't like her. And part of the reason why that industry just doesn't like her, that subsection of that industry doesn't like her, is because of things just like this. When she goes to the internet and she cries victim, but then ultimately she, in a disproportionate way, goes at streamer Rod. When she has the opportunity to make amends and be pretty cordial and calm with the same people that she's looking to be in contact with, but gives Tylil the cold shoulder, only to go to the internet later and try to play this game of like, hey, I did it, but he did it too, so why aren't people calling him out, avoiding accountability in these situations? Ultimately, what she wants is acceptance from a group of people, but the reactions to these things explain why the acceptance has disappeared completely, in my opinion. And for what it's worth, I do think that Zoe Spencer's exhaustion and crying moment and vulnerability on the internet was real, and it can be 100% completely accurate if you take away any sort of explanation. I do believe that it can be exhausting putting out content as a creator. As somebody who's doing it right now, sometimes I be burnt out. I ain't gonna lie. So I be going through them stretches where I don't be uploading. And at the same time, I do feel like it is hard to go from, what was that, 13,000 live viewers on average in 2025, all the way down to 300 average live viewers. That's gotta be tough. And so yes, her burnout does deserve empathy, but her behavior still deserves some accountability. Working hard doesn't just entitle you to every single opportunity, and lost relationships are not always proof of being blackballed. You can't demand recognition while still repeating this damaging behavior. All in all, if she can't move past this group of people that don't want her, or even just move with a little bit more accountability and don't fall back into these actions, Zoe Spencer will find herself on this perpetual wheel of losing subscribers, people trying to be cordial with her, okay with her, and she just like blaming the internet for the reasons why these losses keep happening, and ultimately just continuing.
My problem is that instead of fixing what everybody is complaining about, she shifts blame. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh well, so and so and so and so and so is not doing is doing the same thing. Why isn't it a problem? That don't make it right. I make videos literally damn near every day of somebody else doing something wrong and somebody being held accountable for doing wrong, said wrong. Nobody is special and getting away with anything, for real. This Shade might still be having an audience and still doing big things because he's still going. He just keeps going. Do the same thing. Nina Lane, I don't know what type of deal she got with Twitch to where they just let her out the loop, but she been, so it ain't misogyny, because girls been getting unfair advantages with Twitch for a minute now, doing crazy things to get banned, some that should be perma-banned, just for them to be unbanned a week later. You know what I'm saying? Nina and a girl that was going crazy on live. Can't say it's colorism, because there's other people that are your skin tone and darker that are doing either just as well or better than you right now. I'm not saying not to be yourself, but might want to tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? How you was acting with Dez when you seen Dez and stuff like that. Keep it cool like that. You don't got to go around being like, if being loud is you, cool, but there's a time and place. Try not to bite people. Try not to fart. Try not to like be so aggressive and throw people around. Oh, it's funny and stuff like that. But if it's not working, then you got to go to the drawing board, dog. Find some other. You got the show coming on. Come on, bro. Like, you got things going on, dog. Just adjust. That's what you're supposed to do. If it's not working, back to the drawing board and adjust. It's like, oh man. But what do I know? Who am I? But that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, sub up, comment down below, locked in. Let's get it.